Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to Ashes Cricket Career Mode. Yes, it's been a while since we last played Ashes Cricket, and since it's getting close to the summer of cricket with the test match against India starting in just 5 days, I thought it might be about time to get back into the Ashes Cricket Career Mode. Now, as you saw there, the last thing we did was make that 93 against Mackay and bowl them out very cheaply, and now we're looking to set a big target for them to chase and then bowl them out in the second innings to get the victory. But here we are, our confidence is already on high. We're in with Kel Saul. It's 4 for 308 and we keep that one out nicely. Let's hope that we can make a decent little contribution as we look to quickly bring the score up as we keep that one out nicely. We just see off the first over. That would be good. Here we go. Yes, nicely defended, and it is a wicket maiden for Bannock, which, I mean, good for him. But yeah, good stuff to start off our first return to Ashes cricket. But now, Boland bowling to Kelsall. Can Kelsall pick us up some runs here? He goes down the ground. It's over the top. It might be going for 4. Is it going to make it? Yes, it will. 4 runs for Kelsall. He picks up a boundary, and I will point out that this is probably day 2. And with 23 overs left, was probably nearing the end of day 2 as Kelsall goes over the top again, finds the fence, 4 more runs add to the score. We're up to 316 now. I'm not sure how much we're leading by. That's something I would like to know. I assume it's something like 400, possibly even 500. But now we're on strike, knocking it down the ground. We're going to sprint through for a quick single. We run through the umpire, and he walks past like nothing happened. But yeah, oh, you saw there, a lead of 513 is what we're currently sitting at, as Kelsall goes over the top off Bannock, picking up a boundary, moving to 31. He might be able to get a 50 here. Now Boland bowling to us. Oh, we go for the sweep, but we can't connect. 1 off 6. It's not been the greatest start. There's 2 short catches here and as well, and they all go up. I think we may well have got an edge on that, and we've been given. I think there was a little inside edge there. Unfortunately, we're out for 1 on return of Ashes Cricket Career Mode. Mackay pick up a wicket here. Everyone was in. I don't really know how come they were going so much for wickets. You'd think that they'd just be trying to prevent the runs. But yeah, because then we'd have to declare to go in for, and the longer we take to score more runs, the more time we'd have to be out, the less time they'd have to bat for to save it. But anyway, we're out for 1. Sutherland comes in to replace us, and well, it's 7 for 400 and something I think we declared out there. And now we're coming on to bowl, as you can see there. Decent record. The average is quite good, but I think we're into day 3 here with, yeah, there we go, day 3, 10:40, 9 degrees, despite being in the Sunshine Coast, and I can tell you that's definitely not what the temperature is today. It's more like 30. But anyway, we made 7 for 419. Burton with that brilliant 100. Kelsall made 80 not out. Goulam a good 29 as we batted for 114 overs, I think it was. But I think we must have declared overnight. Is there 104 overs in a day? There might be 120, and we might have declared this morning. I think 40 overs per session. That sounds about right. Anyway, that may well be wrong though. It might be 100 overs per session. 100 overs per day. That one just misses the stumps. Unlucky there. We almost got Masters. Mackay 1 for 26, by the way. I think it was Kerrigan who got the wicket there. That might be out. If we're going to appeal, there we go. We trapped him on the back foot, I think it was, but it's not been given. Maybe it was sliding down past the off stump. Not sure. Here we go. Masters on strike again. Oh, he's completely been beaten all ends up by that one. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit the stumps. But now we're bowling to Banks, who's up to 20 off 21. He might be going for it. He's gone for one. He didn't strike it well, but it just falls short of the man at mid-off, unfortunately. Now, as we go forward, they are just about at 100, but we did pick up another wicket as we come back on to bowl here. It's 2 for 98, so not quite 100. Banks has made his 50. He's at 56. There's 77 overs left in the day as Banks goes after that, and this may well go to the fence. Yes, it will. 4 runs for Banks. He moves to 60, and that's 100 up for Mackay. They need another 500 more. But as you can see there, Kerrigan did pick up Renwick for a duck, and Stain got Masters out for 22 as the second wicket. But we still need 8 more. Can we pick them all up? Can we get one here? Can we get Banks out? Coming in to bowl. Oh, it's a decent delivery. Didn't quite swing in enough to hit the off stump though. Now, we're coming in here. What are we going to do? It's another good delivery. He leaves it. Good finish to the over. Only the 4 off it. And that was the first ball. As we see, Banks has smacked 2 sixes behind point in his 50. But now we're looking to pick up a maiden. We've been bowling well recently. Not like recently in this spell, I guess you could say. And Banks can't get it away. So there is the maiden over. Good stuff. We'll definitely take that. That's 3 out of 8 maiden overs that we're looking at. But now we're looking to come round the wicket to Clement here. He's on 31. And there's a decent rough patch there that we might look to get the ball into. It might move around a bit. And we're just not hitting it at the moment. But we do get a good maiden over there. Clement can't get any runs off us there. And that's a 4 out of 8 maiden overs now. But now we're coming back on for another spell. We're only going at 2 runs and over. We're being quite economical here. Unfortunately, though, we need wickets, not economy. Economy. We need wickets, not economy. I don't think that makes sense. We need wickets, not keeping the run rate down. Anyway, we could be going for another maiden here. This could be our 3rd of the innings, I think. Clement is on strike. He has reached his 50, by the way. And it's a good ball. Defended by Clement. Another maiden over. Good stuff. Can we get a wicket, though? We've been bowling well, but we haven't picked up a wicket yet. 5 out of 8 maiden overs as well. But that is lunch, I do believe, on day 3 of this club 3-day match. Only the 2 wickets in the first session. We need an average of 4 in the next 2 if we're going to win this game outright. We will probably win on countback, even if we don't bowl them all out. But I'd still like to win properly. Anyway, Banks has gone here. Goulam getting the wicket. Delhi taking the catch. Banks goes for 90, 10 short of what would be a very good century. Clement is still in. He's on 57. Terrell, the new man in, is on 1 as we come in for our first over after lunch. Can we pick up a wicket? In we come to Terrell. We've hit him on the pad. Appeal goes up, and so does the umpire's finger. And we get Terrell out for 1. There's a big wicket there. Our second wicket of the second session already. Terrell goes for 1. LBW to us. Not good for Mackay, but we are 1 step closer now to winning this match. And Boland comes to the crease. Can we get him out like he got us out in our batting innings? Before we do that, let's have a look at the ball tracking to see if that was going to go on. Sometimes you can get a bit lucky, and yes, we have got a bit lucky indeed right here. The ball tracking says the ball was going to miss, though not by much. But yeah, thankfully there's no reviews in club matches, otherwise we might have just lost our wicket there. But now, in we come to Boland. Oh, and we're up again. And, oh, he's been given. He must have got an inside edge onto it. We've got Boland out for a gold duck. And Kelsall goes. Kelsall catches it. Boland goes. And we do get him out just like he got us out. Though we get him out for a duck. He only got us out for one. We'll definitely take that. So you can see there, it does look like there's a bit of an inside edge. It lobs up off the back pad. Kelsall coming forward from slips, I think. And he takes a good catch. That brings Mulcair to the crease, who has got a very good average for a wicketkeeper with 250s and 2 centuries to his name so far since the start of this career. And he's on strike. Can we get him? This is a hat-trick ball, by the way. This is the hat-trick ball. And they just realised it, and it's defended. Put that one on the wickets, just to make sure we didn't miss out on any... Like, I think you always got to put your hat-trick ball on the wickets. And we did, but unfortunately it was defended. And there we get a good double wicket maiden over. We've taken them from 3 down to 5 down. And they're not looking good at all now. 6th maiden over out of the 8. They're at 5 for 174. And, oh, Mulcair's gone for that. He's going to get off the mark with a boundary, it looks like. And yes, he does. 4 runs for Perry. And it's a good... That was a decent shot. Dangerous, but decent. Oh, he's gone for it again. This one looks like it may well go to the boundary as well, and it will. 8 runs off this over. That's the most we've conceded for quite a while in an over. It's actually like... Hold on, let me try and work this out. I think we had 2 for 16 before this over. Now it's 2 for 24. Does that... Yeah, that adds up, right? But our economy is still extremely good at 2.18. And now we're coming back on after a bit of a rest to start another spell. Bowling to Mulcair. Can we pick up his wicket? Not now. It's defended well. Clement, by the way, is still edging closer to his century. Oh, we've hit Mulcair on the pads. That might be close. Maybe not quite going down enough to the leg side. Missing the off stump, perhaps. And the umpire doesn't give him there, unfortunately. But here, we've got a chance to get a maiden over. And good fielding. And we've got another maiden. Good stuff. I like that. Yeah. 7 out of 8 maiden overs now. I think we get a good bunch of skill to use on our dude if we complete that. But that one comes off the edge. It's going to go to the fence, it looks like. Yes, it will. Lucky there for Mulcair. He hasn't batted too controlled in this innings. But he's actually not even scored at a decent rate. When he defends, he's good. When he attacks, not really, as we find the edge. And it's put down by second slip. I appealed because I was trying to appeal. I pressed it before I saw that the second slip dropped the catch. Maybe, I'm not sure if it made it or not, but either way, it's not a wicket, as that one falls just short of point. Another edge, I think it was there. Now we're bowling to Clement, who's at 85. That's a good delivery. I think it might have been an inside edge. Jumping up off that rough patch there, I think. And lucky we couldn't get him. But here's Mulcair on strike. He steps across and hits it into the leg side. I think that will avoid the fieldsman. And it does. It goes to the rope. It's another 4. Our economy's come a bit apart in these past 2 overs. And we've been taken off. And now we're coming back on. The score is 8 for 255. We've got a few wickets here. Clement went for 93. A big run out by Jax Goulam, which would have been very important. Warren went for 1, caught behind off Delhi. And I think that was Kerrigan who bowled out McFarland, though I cannot quite remember what his score was. It may well have been 5, but I'm not sure. But 5, however, is what Thompson is on as we come in to bowl to him here. Last ball, we're looking for a maiden here. Oh, but he's edged it, and that's gone. And we've 1 wicket away now. Thompson, he batted out most of the over, but on the last ball, he's thrown his hands at one. I think it's done something off that rough patch. And he's been caught behind. Sutherland takes a good catch comfortably. And that is our 3rd wicket today. Nice. As we see there, I think it does land in that rough patch. Maybe it does something that Thompson wasn't expecting. And he edges it. It goes to the wicketkeeper who catches it. And that was the final ball before tea as well. Thompson's going to be very disappointed with himself, but we are extremely happy with our performance. We've raced through them. 7 wickets in that session, including, 3 from me, which I'll very much take. The run out, though, that was probably the big wicket getting Clement. I'm not sure. No, it must have been before Warren and McFarlane's, because Mulcair is still in and he was batting with Clement. So yeah, it must have been the 6th wicket to fall. But now, Bannock, he's coming out to bat after tea. A high score of 83, so he's not the worst number 11 in the world. At an average of 20, I believe it was. Ain't that bad either. But now, can we get him out? We've got 37 overs remaining. 1 wicket is needed. We hit him on the pads. Bannock not looking too comfortable there against us. Can we find the last wicket? Oh, it's in the air. Oh, that must have just fallen short of the man at mid-on. He didn't hit that well. It was quite uppish, but it fell short. This one, it's hit on the pads. I don't think that's out. I think it's missing off stump by quite a bit. And it's not out by the umpire. Can we get him this time? Quite a few balls in a row. He's not been comfortable. Inside edge onto the pads. If that did not touch the bat, I'm quite confident it was out. Either LBW or bowled, I'm not sure. But out, I think it would have been. Can we get him on this one? Clipped away. Somewhat comfortably. No run. Can we get the maiden over? Bowled, punched, straight to point, I think that is, yeah. I think we got a point and a gully. Going all out for the last wicket, I suppose. But now we're coming in. It's 9 for 303. They've batted through 87 overs today. There are 17 left. It's hit into the leg side by Bannock, who's faced 60 balls here. He's holding out for the draw. Mulcair 67 off 130. Can we get a maiden? Can we get him out? Well, we do get the maiden because that's not given a wide, thankfully. Would have been in a one-day game or a T20, but not in this 3-day match. But they're still holding on here. 9 for 304 now. Mulcair is on strike. Actually, they've changed the overs remaining to 19 rather than 15. I'm not sure which one's going to be played. They've got 19 or 15. Either way, we should hope to get them out before 15, so we don't have to take the 19 as Bannock goes for a wild swing. We almost hit the wickets, but it just misses. And we come again. Oh, that's missed leg stump by a millimetre at most. So close. Can we get Bannock out? He's definitely the weaker link. Bowl, it's in the inside edge onto the pad. If we could, I think he doesn't like it round the wicket. We're probably targeting that rough patch again. And it's probably not what Bannock likes. Can we get him here? Oh, he hits it away. That might go for 4. He's got it away. A swing on it. He doesn't look like he's running too fast there, Mr. Mid-On. I guess it doesn't really matter. He stops it at least. Good. That's decent fielding. At least it wasn't 4 as they move to 310. They're definitely not making 616. They need 300 runs in 11 overs. And I don't want to calculate if that's possible or not, but that looks out, and it's given. Mulcair goes, and we get the final wicket with 11 overs remaining. They batted out 26 overs, I believe, in this final session, but they weren't able to last. We are the man who ends the game for the Sunshine Coast, picking up man of the match as well for our 93 in the first innings and 4 for 40 to help win the game in the second. Mackay had a much better batting innings in their second innings, but it wasn't enough as we had 2 very decent batting innings. Gower Burton also, I reckon, could have been a candidate for man of the match for his brilliant 148, though I didn't get to see it. I'm just assume it was brilliant and very important. It definitely was, though. But we get Mulcair. What a big wicket. He's been he's been a very good batsman most of the time against us in our career so far. I remember he made that big 100 when Mackay amassed 600 against us last year, I think it was. We just collapsed. That was a very disappointing day. I think that happened. Yeah, Mackay definitely scored 100. I think one of their tail enders might have also scored 100. Maybe it was Warren. Although that might well be me remembering incorrect. But here, I'll show you my stats. I don't know if I've shown you this in the whole series so far, but it's definitely been a while. We're going to improve our defending. We've got 5,000 skill points to spend. Our footwork is the best, which is definitely not the case for me in real life. We're going to try and improve our bowling. Get the seam movement up and the accuracy. That's not bad. We got 1,276 points left to spend now. And we get it up close fielding and slip fielding. We're at 376 and there's nothing else we can spend it on. So I guess that's it for the spending of points. But now, so there are our stats and attributes. That's the word I'm looking for. Attributes. But now we're going to look at the league table. And here it is. Gold Coast atop. We're in second, I guess, on net run rate or amount of losses behind Gold Coast. We won by 301 runs. Cairns got the victory in the other game so far this match day, beating Rockhampton on countback. And yeah, Gold Coast yet to play Brisbane. The winner of... If Brisbane wins it, we'll all go level. Us, Gold Coast, and them on 2 wins and 1 loss. If Gold Coast win, they'll go ahead and Brisbane will drop down. But here's our selection status. The Sheffield Shield and I think the National Cricket Cup is the 50-over competition. Long way off, but everything else is no chance. So at least that's a bit of an improvement. Here is our batting. Our average has gone up to 27. 4 50s, which is quite decent. Bowling average is 23, which is quite good. 1 5-wicket innings, although our best bowling innings doesn't show that, saying 4 for 40. I remember it was our first ever bowling innings against Rockhampton. We ran through them with 5 wickets. Don't know why it doesn't show us. It's a bit disappointing. Manhattan graph, as you can see there, we've been on a decent run of form there. 350s in our past 5 innings, and if you take out that 1, it looks pretty good. At the start of our career, we weren't scoring much. Then we had 150, dropped off for a while, and we've been playing pretty well of late. But that'll be it for today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed the return of Ashes cricket. If you did, please do drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.